Have you ever opened a drawer, looking for something simple like a pair of scissors, and instead found a pile of tangled cords, expired coupons, and a mystery key from 1992?
Yeah, me too.
Living in the same house for decades means collecting more than just memories. We collect stuff. And over time, that stuff takes over shelves, closets, garages, and sometimes even our peace of mind. But here's the good news. Decluttering doesn't have to be a dreaded task or a one-time battle. It can be a gentle, ongoing act of care for your home, your health, and your future self. And today, we're going to look at 10 smart, often overlooked ways to free up storage space in your home, especially if you're living alone or planning to downsize.
Let me be your guide en 10 journées.
We'll bring in some practical medical thinking, real stories from real people, and a few good laughs along the way. Because decluttering, believe it or not, can actually be fun. Let's start with a simple shift in mindset. Imagine you're about to move, not urgently, but thoughtfully.
Picture a peaceful new space. Maybe by the lake, maybe closer to your grandkid.
Would you bring that broken toaster? How about the stack of plastic lids with no matching containers? That's what Elaine did. She's 68, recently retired, and told me her kitchen used to feel like a museum of her children's past, old lunchboxes, and used baking gear, mystery Tupperware. When she imagined packing for a tiny beach cottage, she suddenly saw what no longer belonged. Within a weekend, she had cleared enough space to create a little tea corner she now uses every morning. From a health perspective, that mental clarity is gold. Clutter has been linked to increased cortisol, the stress hormone.
Less stuff, less stress.
More space, more calm. Now, here's a trick almost everyone overlooks. Look up. No, really, look up. Your walls, the backs of doors, above cabinets, all those areas can hold storage without crowding the floor. And as we age, keeping walkways clear is essential for preventing falls. Courtney, a retired nurse living in a small New York apartment, added hooks under her kitchen cabinets to hang mugs. She popped in a shelf above the toilet for extra towels.
Nothing fancy.
But now she doesn't trip on baskets or go digging for things she uses daily.
Ça fait simple.
Next comes a little rule I personally love. It's called the one in, one out rule. For every new item you bring home, something else has to go. Bought a new pair of slippers? Time to say goodbye to the ones that lost their fluff in 2009. Jake, a 61-year-old grandfather from Ohio, turned this into a habit. He loves sneakers, had more pairs than his teenage grandson. But once closet space ran out, he made the switch. New pair in, one old pair donated. Now his closet is tidy, and he finds himself buying less, choosing better. This habit is gentle, sustainable, and a sneaky way to keep clutter from sneaking back in.
Now let's talk about your entryway.
Yep, that first step into the house.
Shoes, keys, coats, mais it can all pile up fast.
But that tiny area sets the tone. If it feels chaotic, it makes the whole house feel messier. Lena, a 70-year-old grandmother who often hosts her grandkids, used to trip over shoes daily. She added a small bench with cubbies, threw up a few wall hooks, and now, her hallway says "Welcome home" instead of "Watch your step." From a functional health angle, organizing your entry prevents falls and helps with routine memory. No more asking, "Where are my keys?" 5 times a day. Let's open up another common issue, mystery bins.
You know the ones.
Opaque, dusty, shoved under the bed or in a closet, filled with who knows what. Here's the fix: switch to clear bins. And label them. Nar, a retired teacher in Arizona, found 3 half-used bags of rice and 4 open boxes of the same cereal after switching her pantry to clear containers. That saved her time, money, and at least 1 ant infestation. Now, before you go buying a new shelf, stop and look around. Could you repurpose something you already have? That wine rack you haven't used since your last dinner party in 1998? Turns out it's perfect for rolled-up towels in the bathroom. Tom, a 73-year-old woodworker from Oregon, turned an old picture frame into a jewelry holder for his wife using a bit of mesh and some hooks.
Ça va drawer space.
Made her smile. That's a win-win. Here's a secret that helps more than you think. Don't declutter in big, exhausting marathons. Instead, make it a gentle routine. 10 minutes after breakfast.
One drawer on a Sunday afternoon. A little at a time go salon way.
Emma, 66, Told me she used to avoid cleaning until things got out of control. Now she sets a reminder for Sunday declutter time, just 15 minutes. Her home feels lighter. So does her mood. Next, store things based on how often you use them. That favorite pen you reach for every day shouldn't be on the highest shelf. Your meds shouldn't be buried in a drawer. Bring what you need into arm's reach. Your knees, your back, and your memory will thank you. Carlos, 64, reorganized his kitchen this way and said, "It finally works for me, not against me." That's the goal. Now let's face the paper pile. Bills, manuals, cards, letters, they add up. And they feel too important to toss. But digitizing them lets you keep the memory without the mess. Use your phone to scan them. Save to a cloud folder. Done. John, a small business owner in his 70s, got rid of 2 filing cabinets after digitizing. He used the space for a reading nook. That alone is worth the effort. And finally, don't do it alone.
Invite à franc. Joins à Decluttering Challenge. Make it social.
Lisa, 72, texted her niece daily photos of things she donated during a 30-day challenge. Not only did she clear space, but she felt reconnected. That's what this is really about. Making space, not just in your closet, but in your life. Letting go isn't loss. It's strength. It's love for your present self. If any part of this resonated with you, I hope you'll hit that little thumbs up, or maybe share it with a friend who might need a nudge. And if you're new here, welcome. This space is just for you. For people like us who are still growing, still laughing, and still learning how to live well with less. Don't forget to comment and tell me, which tip are you trying first? Or maybe you've got one to add.
Idée love to irrite.
Until next time, take care of yourself. You're not just making room in your home.
You're making room in your life.